Hello friends. Today at Red River Farm, I am sowing winter wheat in our big field behind the barn. And the reason I'm doing this is for two reasons. First of all, it's good to have a cover crop in your fields over the winter time. And second of all, this is actually the same type of wheat that we use at Red River Kitchen and Bakery for our bread and other baked goods. So I'm experimenting with it, so hopefully we can provide our own wheat someday. Now, the Bible talks a lot about wheat, and when you read about the terms like early rain and latter rain in the Bible, a lot of it is actually talking about wheat and other crops like that you would actually sow in the fall, and then they would survive during the winter, and then they would continue growing in the spring, and you'd harvest them in the summertime. And that's the same way it is with wheat. So that's why we're doing this now. Now, what you do is you have this broadcaster here, and there's other equipment, of course, that you can sow wheat with. But all you have to do is fill it up with wheat and crank the crank and walk slowly. You have a nice, steady, even pace, and it spreads them out. And you just go up and down your field in these maybe 10-foot swaths or so, and you're able to sow this into the ground. Now, what's amazing is that the Bible gives us so many spiritual analogies as to the growth of wheat. You know, it talks about when Jesus said in John that unless a corn of wheat falls to the ground and dies, that, you know, it remains to itself. So, you know, it's talking about the life of the seed. It has to be transformed into a plant. It has to die to itself in order to continue to live, just like we have to as well. And we also see that God's people are compared to wheat in the harvest when they're gathered into his barn by the angels. So over and over again you see these different examples. And of course Jesus said that I am the bread of life, which was very likely made from wheat back then. So there's just all these beautiful analogies. And you know, just as you're out in the field and you're feeling these seeds and you know, just seeing the multitude of them, you know, there's so many. It gives us an example of how God can multiply just one into many, many thousands and millions and even billions later on. So I just appreciate so much how agriculture is tied into God's Word, and how by participating in it, we can actually learn more about the Christian life. So I hope this is a blessing to you, and you might try sowing a cover crop in your garden this winter, or even experimenting with some small-scale grains to see if you can grow the grain that you need for making your different bread products and things like that. Well, God bless you all, friends, and hope you have a wonderful day.